Welcome to the Teach Big podcast, where big energy, big ideas, and big results are just the beginning. I am your host, Randi Whitney. Whether you're in year 1 or year 20, we're here to fuel your passion and help you teach big in every single way. That's right, B-I-G. Here, education is inspired, energy is required, and support for teachers is absolutely non-negotiable. Let's teach big. Live here from TEPSA, help me welcome Principal Sky Anderly from Weimar Junior High from Weimar ISD. So, Miss Anderly, I have a quick question for you. How does your team celebrate students?
So, to celebrate students, we have behavior trips.
Oh, tell me more.
And the kids, if they do not receive any detentions or any ISS referrals, they get invited to the behavior trip, and it could be anything from main event or urban air, splashway.
Oh, it's a real trip
it's
somewhere.
A real trip, yes, at the end of the 6 weeks, and we do that every 6 weeks.
That is so exciting.
Yes,
I love celebrating them like that.
Absolutely.
So do you hear kids say, oh, I'm going on that trip?
Yes. Absolutely. Our splashway trip at the end of the year, which is the water park down from our school.
Okay.
All of the kids really loved it, and they were all working hard to not get detentions or ISS so that they could attend the trip.
You're giving them real-time goals.
Right.
So you're giving them something very tangible, something they really want.
Yes.
And it's affecting their behavior.
Yes,
That's
it is.
changing learning.
Yes.
That's changing everything for
It
them.
has improved behavior, so it's been great.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
I hope
you.
others can take this idea away from you as
Yes.
well.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for being here with us. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we're here live at TEPSA. I have Emily Marshall from Bluebonnet Elementary from Lockhart ISD, and she is the principal. But before we start your question, before you were a principal, I know that you came to one of my 4-day institute trainings. Tell me about your memories for that, and then we'll get to your question.
I did. So it was several years ago. I've been an administrator for 8 years now, and it was probably 4 years before that. But we got to go down to Kima, and which was a great spot to go just visit.
Of course.
It was a bonus vacation.
Of course.
And got to participate and walked away with a suitcase of learning and ready to go materials. And it was just, I remember that became my Bible for teaching writing for years, because it was okay, I can just pull it out and it's ready to go. I don't have to sit and prep stuff at night.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, now we do those, still have them in Kima, but we also purchased a 400-acre ranch in Crockett.
Get out.
And yes, it's in Crockett, Texas, halfway between, I don't know if you know where that's at, but halfway between Dallas and Houston. And 400 acres, I've turned it into a teacher training facility.
That's amazing.
On breaks and stuff to collect evidence, we go on trail rides.
That is amazing.
I'm not even kidding. It's so much fun.
That is so fun.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
So many things, but I digress. So let's get to the question here.
Okay.
So what advice would you give to a brand new principal?
So I think the best advice that I probably got and that I followed the most, I am finishing my 2nd year as a principal, is to listen. Listen to the parents. Listen to the students. They will tell you the ins and outs of the school. They will tell you what they like, what they don't like. And listening to staff. The more you can do hey, come, let me ask you, wait, tell me more about that. Or I noticed that y'all got really excited when I brought this up. Tell me more about that. And so just listening and absorbing as much of it
And
as
honestly,
you can.
you find the good, bad, and ugly.
Yes.
You find out all the things. Kids will tell you anything.
Oh, kids will tell you anything. They'll tell you the teachers that they love. They'll tell you the things that they don't like or that they do like, or the prizes they want, or what they want to work for. So
Speaks volumes.
that's my best advice.
That's so
to a
wise.
principal.
That's really wise. Nothing about schedules or any of
Nope.
that. It's listen to everyone.
It's the best way to
I
learn
like
your
it.
building.
That fills my heart. I like
Good.
it. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Marshall,
Of
for joining me
course.
from way back in Kima days to here at
Yes.
TEPSA as
Thank
a
you for
principal.
having me.
Of course. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So this is Miss Antoinette Clark.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
So happy that you stopped by. We're here at TEPSA. We're at the Teach Big booth, and you are the principal in Spring ISD of Heritage Elementary.
Heritage Elementary. Go Huskies.
I love that. So I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
So what is one way that your school creatively involves families and community?
So we have an awesome counseling team that works really, really close with our community in terms
Okay.
of parent engagement.
Okay.
And a unique spin that they put on curriculum night.
Ooh,
Is
tell
to
me
not make
more.
it boring,
Okay.
where the families come for just looking at data or
Right.
having those little talks about all the things your kid might be doing wrong, or the gaps, if you will.
Sure.
But they have a program associated with
Okay.
each grade level. So when our pre-K and kindergartners are having their curriculum night, those kids have a program at the end. So the parents want to come out
brilliant.
and see little Johnny, even
Of
if he's
course.
just dressed as a tree.
Of course they
They
do.
have
Yes.
their meeting first, and we conference about the data and where the child needs to move and how. Of course, that's our big rock. That's our primary focus, but the whole child has to be serviced too.
Of course.
So whatever else that child is good at,
Right.
that might be what we're really displaying, and we're displaying that to everybody.
Oh.
So grandma,
Brag
mama,
on those
uncle,
babies.
and uncle, everybody comes out.
I love
so it ends
it.
up being like a whole community-oriented fair.
Right.
It's awesome.
I love that. That's so smart. I hope other schools will take that away, because you're shining the light on the successes of the kid.
Yes.
To
Even if
get
we
them
have
there.
to have a hard conversation.
Right.
That's not the whole and only focus
Right.
of the evening.
Right. That's brilliant.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
smart.
the parents turn up, and they show up, and the kids show off.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
the best combination. When we can get the parents into the school and the kids are feeling proud of themselves. Yes.
Exactly.
It's that homeschool connection. They realize, oh, what's going to happen at home matters at school. What happens at school matters at home.
Yes.
So smart. Okay, so I have one more question, if you
Okay.
have a moment. What advice would you give to a brand new principal?
So I like that question because this is very fresh and relevant for me. I'm a brand new principal.
Are you really?
I just finished my very first year at
Did
Heritage.
you? Well,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. We had an awesome year of growth. In hindsight, it's not something I would change, but just something that I think is really pivotal. A lot of new principals go into a campus really gung-ho about making changes
Sure.
and doing what you believe would be best for that campus. But I think one of the best things that I tried to do was lead diplomatically. And I think it really gave my teachers a voice and a listening ear to know that if
Smart.
all perspectives are heard, one, they'll know that they're still part of the team and the decision-making
Right.
body, because everybody has a stake
Right.
and an investment
Right.
in what happens at the campus. So even though I was the newbie on the campus, and there are teachers that have been there 30
Forever.
years since the doors opened.
Right, right.
You know, you don't want to come in gung-ho about what needs to be done differently,
Right.
because there may be so many great things
Already happening.
happening at the
Yes.
in the culture of that campus, or some things that happened years before that need to be brought back. So I think it's
smart.
just really critical to have an inclusionary practice.
Well, you know what I'm hearing from you is you do that with the kids and including them and including the community, and along the same vein, that's exactly what you're doing with
With the
your
teachers.
campus staff.
Absolutely.
And really making everyone feel like I belong here.
That's the goal.
I can
That's
tell.
the goal.
I can tell from your spirit.
And even you saying that, I never put it into those words, but I came at a rather inopportune time.
Okay.
I didn't open the school or hire the staff at
Right.
the start of the year. I was like a September 1st. Go
Bless
in there
your
and figure it
heart.
out. So it was a whirlwind opening, and the whole year went that way.
Oh, wow.
But that premise right there,
Yeah.
I think that's what I needed. So I tried to lead in that same
In
way.
that same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you made everybody
belong
feel
here.
a part of the team, and it
Yes.
takes every single member of the team to win the game.
And it worked, and we are a great team. It worked well.
You are so
beautifully.
blessed. Your team is blessed to have you.
Thank you.
If I ever come back to the classroom,
Thank
I'm going to come
you.
find you.
That'd be awesome. Thank
Well,
you
thank
so
you
much.
so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So we're here at TEPSA Live, and I have Beth Hines. She is the principal of ARP Elementary from ARP ISD. So, Beth, I have a quick question for you.
Got it.
What is something happening at your school right now that you wish the whole world could see?
That's easy. We have been creating a sensory room. We call it our refocus room. And the biggest difference between what we're doing is that it's open for gen ed and special ed students. A lot of times based on finances, it's hard to keep it open for gen ed. But we partnered with the Hog Foundation and got a grant.
Okay.
And so we have 2 paraprofessionals. We're building on that. We've created a sensory room. We have an active area, a calm area, so that whatever their need is, it meets their need. We're using it preventatively so that they learn how to use that as a tool. They request to use it. They request, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling angry. I'm fixing to explode. Can I go to the sensory room? And so those.
Wow, so that's a tool for behavior before it's a bad behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when they get there, they walk through a sensory cycle. They have different stations where they talk about what they're feeling first. They come in and they kind of chart like where they're at.
So there's a system to this.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, tell me about this. Okay, so they walk in.
They walk in and immediately they talk to one of the paraprofessionals about how they're feeling. Like they're coming in on red or they're coming in on green.
Okay.
And what that means, red would be I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm feeling violent or whatever.
Got it.
Depressed, whatever that means for them. We give them the words for that because a lot of times they don't have the words for that. After that, after we've identified what they need, they get to make a choice and choose whether they need something to calm them down or something to be active to help reduce those jitters.
Got it.
Spend a couple of minutes on that. We are really big on timers so that they then know this is a tool. Yes, it's fun. Yes, it's play-based, but this is a tool to help me get back to the classroom. They then have a conversation with the para about what sent them there. So what triggered you? What was it that upset you? What can we do to fix this? What would happen better next time? So that they're putting words with what they're feeling, getting tools once they're calm so that they can use them the next time it happens.
And so what I hear you saying is you're giving them this tool for that moment, but hoping, of course, that that moment carries on to the next time that emotion arrives.
Absolutely. We also use it reactively because, let's be honest, sometimes we don't reach them before they explode.
Yes, that's a true story.
And so teaching them that when we use the refocus room, we're not there in trouble. Like there may be consequences later based on whatever happened.
But we're still going to learn how to deal with it.
We're still going to learn how to deal with it. We're still going to make sure you're okay. We're going to make sure that the other people are okay. And having those restorative conversations about what happened.
Stop.
Yes,
restorative conversation. That's a good hashtag word right there.
Yes.
I love that. Where did you hear that, or did you develop that word?
I did not develop that word. We've had lots of trauma training. We've had lots of, we're Capturing Kids' Hearts National Showcase.
Love Capturing Kids' Hearts.
I'm a foster parent, and so lots of...
I knew I loved you. Right when you walked up, I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it.
That's led us to this journey, is that just being there for those students that may not know how to respond, may not have the tools, may not...
Sure. And they haven't always had the best examples either in a lot of those case scenarios. We can't control what happens at home, but we can control what happens at school to a certain degree.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay, so they walk in, there's a system. What happens the next time that same behavior happens? Can they come back?
They can come back.
Okay.
We track it. And so after they leave their visit, the paraprofessionals track how did they come in, how long did they stay, and then the next time they come. So we're tracking each visit. What we're seeing with many of our students the last couple of years is that the visits are getting less frequent. And they're getting shorter. So it's taking a lot less time. A student that started with 20 to 30 minutes of a meltdown now can come in for 5 minutes, set the timer, and leave when the timer's over.
You're giving them lifelong skills forever.
Absolutely.
You're changing families. You're changing lives through this. You really are.
We're trying.
Wow. And I'm just extrapolating and thinking, okay, so you go into junior high and now you have these skills. You go into high school and have these skills, and plus all these emotions and hormones, all the things are going on. But you have this baseline that you, as the elementary principal, provided for them. How cool are you?
Thank you.
I love it so much. Thank you so much for visiting
Absolutely.
with us today. I'm so excited for other faculties out there to hear this because I hope this gives them ideas too.
For sure.
So thank you so much for visiting. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, girl. Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Trisha Bowles. She is the principal in Crum ISD for Blanche Dodd Elementary School. So, Trisha, I have a quick question for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What is one tradition at your school that makes your campus special or unique?
Oh, Randy, that's one of my favorite questions because
tell me more.
we have a house system modeled after the Ron Clark Academy.
Love that.
We have 6 houses, 1 family. But as we developed that, we developed our own names to our houses.
Tell me more.
So we have all of our names mean learner because in our district we all are the same mascot.
Okay.
But I wanted to know what else we all were. We're all learners, and so we chose a name in different languages. So we are House Intellego, House Banga, House Laura Sig, House Apia, House Yashe, and House Laren. All 6 of those mean learner.
I cannot tell you how excited that is. So what are these languages they come from?
We have from Spanish. We have some from African languages. We have some from Norwegian languages. So I couldn't tell you specifically all of
Which
those.
is which,
You have to
got
read
you,
it.
yeah.
But we've used those. They all have a different color, a different mascot.
Neat.
Students are sorted into their house as soon as they arrive in our school, and they stay in that
They have a
house.
home.
Yes, for their entire career.
So the whole time they're there, we don't switch up houses each grade level or anything like that.
That is correct.
Okay.
All of the staff are sorted. So we have students from pre-K all the way to 5th grade in one house.
I love that.
To watch our older students mentor and love on those littles, it has been amazing for the culture on our campus.
So you are really going to great lengths to create a family.
We definitely.
You are creating a family and you're creating cousins of the family.
Absolutely.
That's what you're doing, bunch of cousins.
Yes. When I first came on board at that campus, we were very divided among our grade levels. There were only 2 grade levels at that time in the configuration. And I felt like we really needed a way to combine those and to make our students feel a part of our culture, as well as the staff. They needed to be interacting with other staff members. So it's been an ongoing process, and we have tapped into what Ron Clark does and have, used several of his ideas. So it's been great.
I love that so much. I'm such a family girl, and in my conferences when teachers come, I say, I hope the first thing I tell them is, I hope we all feel like a bunch of cousins at Thanksgiving dinner at grandma's house.
Yes.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That's how I want us to feel. And I think in education, us teachers, we are all cousins, and you're extending that to your kids.
Right. Yeah. It's great fun.
Wow.
So there's a lot of competition involved in that too, and it's a very healthy competition.
So is there like track and fields and that type of thing? You mean that kind of competition, or
No.
is it academic competition? Or tell me about that.
And yes. So we hand out points through a ticket system.
Okay.
Students can get tickets for academic performance, for excellent behavior, for helping someone.
Okay.
There are lots of things they can earn tickets and points for, and then those points go to their house, and we track their points every week. We announce those.
So they aren't earning individually; they're earning for their family.
That is correct. Yeah. And those points are never taken away. We celebrate at the end of every 9 weeks, and then again at the end of the year for our house champion for the year. So it's
so many good things on so many layers with this.
And lots of parent involvement has been coming on board as well. Parents, after one of my favorite stories was after we had done a sorting one day. At the end of the day, the kids were dismissed. They get into cars, and there were parents who already knew what house their child had been sorted into. They had decorated their vehicle in the color of house. They had little baskets of all one color. It was really sweet.
They're all in.
Yeah.
They're all
Absolutely.
in.
Absolutely.
Wow. What a neat way to bring everybody together under, it starts from the top.
Yeah.
So you have to build that and you have to sell it, if you will,
Sure.
to everyone involved. But once they're there, I would think nobody ever wants to leave your campus.
Well, they are definitely bought in once we're there.
I'm
so-
sure. And I'm sure when it's time to go on to their next level of education, it's really sad to leave.
We had some fifth graders this year in particular that have been house ambassadors, part of our leadership,
Oh, I love
student
it.
leadership, and they're going to miss us. We're going to miss them. They were an amazing group of kids. So.
I love that so much.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here at TEPSA and the Teach Big booth. And definitely make sure your families and your staff tunes in so they can hear how amazing they are.
I would be happy to do that. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate
Of
you
course.
having me.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Hi.
Well, hello. I have Mr. Gus Morales with us. He is from Teague Elementary in Pasadena ISD. Guy after my own heart. I'm a Pasadena girl myself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, I grew up in Pasadena. I went to May Smith, actually.
Okay.
And then I grew up to be a teacher at May Smith, and my dad was principal at Sam Rayburn High School. And then my
Okay.
dad went on to be associate superintendent at Pasadena. So you and I, we have big ties in Pasadena
Yes,
together.
we do.
Yes.
So I wasn't born and raised in Pasadena.
Okay.
However, I consider now Pasadena my second home.
Love
Because
that.
I've had the opportunity to make great friendships, grown professionally, and really made a connection with the community in Pasadena.
Love it.
So that I consider Pasadena my second home.
Pasadena has my heart for sure.
Yes.
And so you're the assistant principal, I hear, at Teague.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
This is my fourth year. Actually,
Okay.
I'm one of two assistant principals
Okay.
because our campus is pretty big. We
Nice.
have an enrollment number of around 750.
Okay.
So as you know, a lot of kids means a lot of employees. It
Of
means
course.
a lot of
Of
logistics.
course.
But it's a role that even though there's two of us, it's still very demanding and a lot of responsibilities. But I love every minute of it.
Oh, I love that so much. Okay, I have a quick question for you.
Yes,
So we're
ma'am.
here at TEPSA.
Yes.
And you stopped
First
by our
time.
Teach Big. This is your first time?
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to TEPSA, one of the best organizations in the land.
Yes.
They're so inspiring. They're so organized. Oh, I love them.
Yes.
Okay, so if someone walked through the front doors of your school, what would they immediately notice?
The first thing they would notice is me. Because my office is right at the very
I
front.
love that.
And I like to start the day greeting all my kids as they walk in the morning.
So you personally do
I
that.
personally do that. You'll see me at the door at 7:10 when the doors open. The first thing you see is me and another staff member greeting our kids. Giving them that optimism that they need to start their day. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes and it's a good indicator of how they're feeling when they get out of the school, when
course.
out of the car.
Sure.
It's the opportunity to connect with our parents. You will in our school you see transparency between what happens in our school and our students and our parents, because we say we have nothing to hide. This is your place too, so that's something that we really want
love
to share.
that.
Is share the transparency of the things that happen in our school. You will see a family first culture. Where we are so lucky to have generations of kids come through our schools.
Absolutely.
I had the great opportunity of also being a teacher at Teague.
Okay.
So,
love that.
So some of the kids that I was a teacher to, their brothers and sisters are coming and they're like, wait, you're the AP now. So it's good to have those connections.
love it.
And that builds trust with our family. So that's, I think, one big thing that you will notice is like how trusting our parents are with us and how we value that above everything else, because they're a clientele. They're like any other business. You look at who do we
Right.
serve, and we serve them, and that's something that we really want them to feel. We want them to feel welcomed. So we speak their language, we talk their language, and we make them and we give them the space for them to come tell us the good,
The bad,
the
the
things
ugly.
the things we're trying, the things we did wrong, and we try to fix it. And I think that's the first thing you will notice in our school, and of course our Tiger Pride.
I love that. I love that when I said, what's the first thing they'll see? And you said, me. And that makes it so personal.
Yes.
They know you're going to be there. It's it can depend on you.
Yes.
And a lot of kids in the homes that we have today in
Yeah.
all districts
Yeah.
across our whole state, there's a family crisis in many case scenarios, and to have a consistency that they know no matter what went on at home, no matter good, bad, or ugly, like we talked about, you will be there for them in the morning.
Yes, and I think that's very important because that lets them to feel comfortable when sharing the things they don't want to share.
Yeah.
And that helps build with behavior. It helps build with motivation and all that.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I really, as a leader, one of your colleagues, Ms. Morris, was one of my great mentors, and a lot of the
She's
things that I do, I just model after what she taught me as my principal, as a teacher, and my principal as an assistant principal. She gave me a lot of tools for that, and every other person that's come into my life teaching me those leadership skills has been important. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm very proud of our school, is that just like I'm at that front door, there's other people in other parts of the building welcoming all our kids. So our leadership team is outside the door. And the cafeteria, there's a leadership team. So it's so that the kids see, everyone that needs to be here is here. And also it's a way to promote safety in this era where we need to see who walks into the doors and all that. So yeah, that's one thing you would see at our school, is that we're present, where we like to call it, we do our rounds in the morning, like we'll make sure that every kid sees us. And it's reassuring for the kids, it's reassuring for the teachers.
I love that so much. I love the sense of community and family, and it looks like that's exactly what you're doing from the moment they get out of their car.
Yes, so the day they leave, because when they exit the building, I'm at the door saying goodbye. I'm there helping.
So you're there in the afternoon too.
Yes, ma'am.
You're the first thing they see,
and
the
one
last
of the last
thing
things
they see.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that so much. I want to come to your school.
Oh, you're welcome whenever.
Let's do it.
All righty, we'll set it up.
Sounds good.
All righty, well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us at Teach Big here at TEPSA.
Thank you
I appreciate
for having
you.
me. Bye.
Yes, sir. So with me here today from Cy-Fair ISD, I have the principal and 2 APs from Leader Elementary School. We have Dinah McMichael, Tammy Besh, and Amy Martinez. And so, ladies, I have a question. I know we're here at TEPSA, big conference and all the things, but let's talk a little deeper than just walking by a booth and saying hi, right? So if somebody walked through the front doors of your school, what would they immediately notice? Dinah, you want to start us off?
Sure, absolutely. So I have the privilege of being the proud principal at Leader Elementary. And one thing that is unique about us is a part of our mission statement is that Leader, we lead, we are loving, we're encouraging, we're accountable, and we're determined. And that mission statement truly permeates the entire building. So when you walk in the school, you immediately feel just welcomed, loved, and encouraged. It just hits you like a ton of brick in the best possible way when you come in a building.
I love that. Tammy, can you add to that for us?
Yeah, I would love to. The first part of that, what she was talking about, lead, the L, loving, I don't think that's something you're going to see on every campus, and it's something that you can feel literally the moment you arrive in the morning when kids get out of the car, people are smiling, people are hugging, they're welcoming students as they get off the buses. The kids are happy. We're saying good morning to every kid that walks through so that they can start their day. And you can just feel it. It just radiates throughout the campus from the moment they walk through the doors.
That's so important because we don't know what kind of home life they're coming from. And this is your way of getting everybody, at least giving them a shot of starting off with somebody smiling at them and making them have a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one thing that we can control. We even, on the last week of school, had a student, her name was Julie, and she came up to me and made my week. She had a little homemade card, and inside the card, you open it up and said, I love Mrs. McMichael because she loves me too. And the fact that she feels that in her soul without me even having to look at her and say the words, she knows that in every interaction. You are cherished at this campus.
Right.
And every campus should be a safe place like that for students.
I love that. You need to frame that and keep that in your office forever and ever and ever. I love that. Amy, what do you have to contribute to the culture of your school, and what do students experience when they walk into your building?
Well, I actually have the privilege of joining Leader this year for the first time. So I had the opportunity to visit a couple weeks ago, and I experienced that love and that welcome and that encouragement. When I walked in, the front receptionist, I got a hug from multiple people up there. Welcome, we're so glad to have you. Kids were greeting me and saying hi. And the thing that stuck with me the most throughout the day it was loving and encouraging, but at the car rider line on the way out as the kids were leaving, a little girl stuck her head out the window and said, "Bye, Miss Martinez." And I don't remember where I met her. I think maybe in the cafeteria, but just that culture of caring for each other and loving people and just being able to greet the kids and meet them on that first day. And I just know that that is something that I want to continue on and just build that love and that encouragement, that kids feel safe and welcome, that school is a happy place for them to be.
And as a new leader coming into this, isn't that such a weight off your shoulders to know that this culture has already been created? You don't have to wish for it. You actually get to live it.
Yes, I am very blessed to be able to join this team.
That is so wonderful. I love that so much because, I'm a strong proponent. When I was a teacher, I taught a very low socioeconomic school. It was rough. And honestly, I knew that I might be the best part of their day. That, the little goldfish I keep in my basket over here might be the only thing they eat other than the school lunch. And, all of those kind of things put together. And I think it's just so important to do what you guys are doing from the moment they walk in the door, that you are making them feel loved and you're making them feel so important. I love that. Well, ladies, do you have anything else you would like to share and brag on your team or your staff about?
Better together.
Yeah, we're just better together. It's the happiest place in the world. Come visit us anytime.
Oh my gosh, I would love to do that. Thank you so much for that invitation. Well, and thanks for visiting the Teach Big booth here at TEPSA.
Yeah, continue spreading joy and have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Y'all too. Bye, guys.